All right, all right, all right. Sorry to start it off with a mouth click. That's weird. What's happening, folks? It is. What is it? What's today? Thursday, I think? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, so it's Thursday, July 30th, 2026. One more day to go in July after today. Isn't that something? So I have to speak low today because I've been wearing out my voice. My voice is essentially my Achilles heel. I see that there's people on here 4 hours a day or more, and their voice stays strong and firm. I'm not one of those people. For whatever reason, my voice gives out these days. It's probably just aging and maybe aging badly too. I don't know. Let's see. We've got comments already. What do we got? Ava says, hello, hello. Welcome, Sandra Taylor. Welcome, Ava. Traffic Man, what's up, brother? Left Unalived says, Islam is cancer worldwide. I agree, and I would expand that to just about all religions. Jeremy, thank you for the kind compliment. You look great to me. I also have 4 Hollywood-style lights on me. That helps tremendously. You wouldn't want to catch me in real life up close. But, I get by. I'm not ugly or anything, but age definitely has registered on my face. If all these lights weren't on me and you were in my presence, you'd know exactly what I was talking about. And that's not a bad thing. It just is what it is. But, you know, I know, atrophy is a part of life, and it's hard to fight against it. It's not impossible, but it takes a tremendous amount of effort. 120G Hangout, I will be bringing up guests shortly. First, I'm going to play a little ditty. And there's... Don't what? Don't lie about what? See, here's the thing, 120G. You're the type of douchebag that I really don't like to talk to because you're being rude up front for no reason. Telling me not to lie? Is this the first time you've heard an opinion different than yours? 120G, you know, try to chill out and get a hold of your emotions, because there's no way I'm going to bring you up when you're acting like this in the chat. So if you can chill out a little bit, then I'll be happy to bring you up and see if you're capable of having a civilized conversation. Okay? All right. You just said accept me again after I just fucking told you that I'm going to play a song and then bring people up. So there's something wrong with you. I already know the interview is going to go very badly because you're a donut. But anyway, let's move on to today's song selection. And I think it's a good reminder. Just the title itself is a good reminder to be mindful. Now, this band is a world-famous band. It's a legendary band, in my opinion. I certainly love their music. When I first picked up a guitar at 19 years old, the main thing that I wanted to do was learn how to play their music. And I got so good that I was able to play the first 10 seconds of a lot of their songs. Now, this is the second version of the band. This is not, classic Coke, but I know people are very divided. No, this era was better. This era was better. How about I enjoy both eras? So this is Van Halen with Sammy Hagar, and the song that reminds us to be mindful is Right Now. They fucked up the ending, but that's okay. The rest of the song is excellent. Yeah, I never understood that drum outro. Very weird shit. Anyway, let me just do this one thing. I love when people decide that they can read my mind. It's hilarious. They make comments telling me what I think. It's so funny. Yeah, right now, it's everything. That's what Sammy Hagar said, and I have to agree. I think now is the only thing we ever actually have. Because if you think about, like, yesterday and tomorrow are both really just concepts. You know, they go along with the concepts of time, the idea that time is linear, and we made up time. We invented time because we needed to be able to meet each other and go to work and stuff like that. But the Bible disagrees with me. Who cares? So we have two people that want to come up. We have Saint and we have, looks like Felib.
Oh, yo.
Request canceled. Hold on a second. So this is Saint. How you doing today? Oh, you are teacupping. Oh, there, you're back. Hello, Saint. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what makes you say that God is an imagination? Is my imagination.
Nothing makes me say it, but I have seen no evidence of God beyond people saying I believe in God.
And what is your standard of evidence?
I just gave it.
Like empirical evidence, essentially.
I just gave it.
Yeah, I'm just asking to clarify. Do you mean
I just gave you my standard of evidence? What do you have to respond to that?
That's not really a standard. You didn't tell me anything.
Okay, excellent. So you don't understand how words work. So what's on your mind? Do you have something you want to contribute?
Evidence? Can you define evidence for me?
Let's see.
Exactly.
I don't have to define it because it's already been defined.
So humble yourself because you don't want to get into a battle with me.
Oh, really? I'm afraid of you. Is that your contention?
I'm saying the arrogance.
I'm afraid of you. Is that what you think?
I didn't say that.
I don't want. No, you said I don't want to get into battle with you. Why wouldn't I? Out of fear?
You don't want to get into that kind of battle.
Because I don't want to get into what kind of battle, dude? You asked me to shut the fuck up. You asked me to define. You asked me to define a word, and I told you there is no need for me to define it because it's already been defined. What the fuck is the problem with that? What is the problem with that?
What was your definition?
What is the problem with that?
Bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, I know, because you're a donut and you don't know how to fucking have a conversation. Fucking dumbasses, man. Come up here like 5-year-olds. They can't keep their composure past 30 fucking seconds. It's amazing. The guy says, "What's your definition?" I say, "Let's look it up." And then it's like, I'm afraid to talk to him. What kind of dumb shit is that? Okay, we have what's your username? Style something?
Stylebender.
Stylander. Nice. I like that username.
Stylebender.
Okay, Stylebender. Got it. Okay. So how you doing today, Stylebender?
Oh, I'm always doing good.
Glad to hear it. Your mic is kind of in and out. You sound far away from your microphone. If there's any way for you to get closer, that would be great.
Okay, I can fix it. Let me see if I can fix that. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can. It's about the same, but that's okay. Go ahead. What's on your mind today?
I got a headset. Oh well, I work with this guy. Check this out. I work with this guy, and you know what he told me? He was like, "Oh man, I know all about that. He used to be a fake preacher." He told me, but here's the startling part. He said, "I know all about that. That was his job, right?" Now guess what he's trying to do? Guess what he's trying to do? He's trying to teach people to be an atheist. I don't know what he believes, but what I wanted to ask you is, I know sometimes people just do things, they want to get attention, and they don't really believe what they're saying. But there's like about 100 million life forms on this planet, right? Right? How you think all that happens?
I don't
You,
know.
me, octopus,
I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
yeah. Anyway, but this guy, he
Look,
shocked
look.
me
I
because
don't. I don't. I
he
don't care
told
about.
me
I don't care about this other guy. He has no relevance. What
you.
what are your
I just
thoughts?
want to know: do you really believe what you're saying? Or are you just trying to get blow up with views and go viral?
Well, first of all, both of those things can be true at the same time and equally relevant.
Yeah.
I would, of
Yeah.
course, love to go viral, but I've been having this conversation for 45 years.
Yeah.
I've been an atheist since I was 10 years old, but I don't really feel like I have anything to prove to you. So
Me neither.
do you have anything that you
Oh,
want to say about the topic?
I wanted to say I do. Well, you see, I've been walking with God since I was 10 years old, and I
Fantastic.
kind of just feel sorry for. I don't know. I mean, I told him, he was trying to convince me. You know what he said? He said, "Man, Sky Daddy ain't real."
Are you talking about this other fucking guy again?
It doesn't matter. I
You're
feel
right.
sorry.
You're right. It doesn't matter. I agree with you. There we go. We got to the point where we agree with each other. Fantastic. Holy shit. Several ha-has. How you doing? Teacupping right away. Did you mean to come up? Was that an accident? Technical problems. What do we got? Okay. It looks like maybe you came up by accident, so I'm going to drop you down. If you want, come up again. Hey, while I have 92 people here, aside from reminding you to share the live and tap the screen, by the way, the best way to share the live, put your finger on the middle of the screen gently. Just gently tap the screen right around my nose or my forehead, and your friends list will pop up. And you could just click the word send right next to all those people. I think it allows you to do it like 30 or 40 times, something like that. That's a quick way to do it. Let's see if this person's coming. Oh, we have someone else that wants to come up. 82 3 JC. Oh, very complicated username. All right. So
Hello?
82, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Excellent. How you
Okay,
doing
like I
today?
get your point.
Hey, I don't know if you know how conversations work, but
No, no. Okay, wait, I didn't even say
I
anything
just
yet.
asked you, how are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. My bad. I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking. What is on your mind?
It's just that you're trying to debate, but at the same time, you're not letting them talk or explain
Okay,
themselves.
so
And
you don't like how I run my live, so go to another live that will accommodate your sensibilities better. Okay? I'm not here to do what you want me to do. I'm here to do what I want to do. And I give people ample opportunity to talk. I asked that dude several times to tell me his thoughts on the subject, and he wouldn't. Okay? I told him that the other guy that he was referring to was irrelevant, and after I said that, he brought the other guy up again. So if you want to talk to a buffoon like that, go ahead. I don't have to, and I won't. And if you don't like that, feel free to fuck off. Other lives are available to you. Have I read the what? Have I read the Gospels? Yes, I have. Daniel says, you support ICE. What a ridiculous thing to say. Douglas the dog says, unemployed dork has figured out how the universe originated. Well, Douglas, why don't you tell me where I have stated that? As a matter of fact, let's see if I can find this donut. Is it Douglas the dog? There's Douglas the dog. Oh, I can't invite you up, Douglas. But you can we can request up Douglas the dog. Go ahead and request up, and um then tell me where I stated that I know how the universe originated. In fact, when the guy said to me, when the guy asked me rather, where does life come from? I said, I don't know. So I literally said the opposite of what you think I said. That makes you kind of suspect. Okay, we have two new
Somalia, I
people
want to tell you, Allah is above the throne alone.
Hello?
Allah is above the
Hey,
throne
dude,
alone.
calm down.
Somalia, we are proud Muslims.
Okay.
We salute
Is that
the
Mary?
words.
Yeah.
Allah alone.
Oh, hold on a second. This guy's a donut, so I'm going to get rid of him. Okay. How you doing today, Mary?
I'm okay. I know how to act on the lives. You don't have to worry about me being stupid.
Good. That's a comfort.
Okay,
What's on your
I
mind?
don't mean to interrupt you, but I missed the beginning of your live, so I don't know what the subject of conversation is. I know it has something to do with life and God and that stuff, but
Okay, so the prompt basically means that the only evidence I have ever seen of God is people saying that they believe in God. Outside of that, there's not been one piece of evidence ever presented that I'm aware of. So it seems reasonable to conclude that God is just in our imaginations, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can believe in God if you want to. Absolutely, I have absolutely no objection to that.
I believe in a higher power, but as far as the God concept itself, I don't know. I really don't know what to think anymore. I was raised a Roman Catholic, so I had that beat into my head.
Yeah, me too.
But so I really honestly don't know what to think anymore, but I do believe there's got to be a higher power up there because these things couldn't have just all of a sudden blown up and existed. But
Yeah, I agree with that statement. I like, to me, it's as simple as, like, I know gravity is more powerful than I am. I know the movements of the universe, weather, that's all more powerful than me. So I have no problem acknowledging a higher power.
exactly. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know how you guys can do these lives. I don't do a live because I can't shut up long enough and people start getting ignorant and the stuff will fly out of my mouth just ain't legal.
Well, I've been a professional communicator since 1984, and so you start to develop
A
tactics and
filter.
strategies, and because I don't like talking to dumb people, right? But
Oh, I hear ya. I used to work at a grocery store the last
right,
10 years of my
there you
life,
go.
so we get the
Retail is
creme de
hell.
creme of the goofies.
Yeah, retail is absolute hell. I had a couple retail jobs that were the worst fucking things ever.
Yep.
But you figure out, if you want to have a show where you converse with people, you have to have a tiny bit of tolerance for
I
stupidity.
don't have any.
Yeah, and so Dirty Harry in Magnum Force, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
He said a man's got to know his limitations, and I know what mine are. That's why I drop people when they don't know how to have a conversation, and some people don't do lives because of, like what you said. It's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to these people. I have no tolerance for that. So hey, whatever you works for you works for you.
Exactly. Yeah, and the other, like I said, rest of the years of my working life, I worked in a shop, so believe me, I've seen a cross section of America easily.
Yeah. What kind of shop?
Metal stamping, them big metal coils and the big
Okay. So
600-ton
you were
presses.
around
Yeah.
regular average Joe's, salt of the earth people.
Yep.
Yeah, and they come in a lot of varieties. There are people that are mechanics that are Mensa level intelligent. Like a lot of people make assumptions about people's intelligence just based on what they do for a living, but that's a dumb way to assess somebody, because you could have an Einstein working on an assembly line at a Ford plant, but he just hasn't figured out how to use his intelligence yet. But you also have really, really dumb people in those positions, and they're decent, lovely people, but they're dumb as fuck.
That's all common sense. Like I said, you don't have any street smarts or common sense. All the book learning on earth ain't going to help your ass. You can't apply it right.
I mean, book learning has its place.
Exactly.
In the sense of, like, if I need a surgeon, I want a very well-read person cutting me open.
Oh, well, no kidding.
Right? If I need a plumber, I need a plumber who knows how to manipulate plumbing and fix problems. So book learning has its place, but I think there needs to be a balance. Like, books are wonderful. Books are magical to me because they allow you to peek into worlds and lives that you're not living, and they're phenomenal. But I don't think anything substitutes for experience.
True.
Someone looked like they were trying to come up, but nope, they left. I'm in your court. I just wish that people would, instead of letting their emotions get the best of them, just realize that the only thing they're seeing over my head is an opinion. That's all this is, right? Mm-hmm. I have an opinion about something. If you're
entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, and if anybody, there are two types of opinions, right? There's informed and uninformed. and I do my best to make my opinion informed, but that doesn't mean it's more valid than anybody else's opinion. And I don't get emotional when people have a different opinion than me, because I'm not a fucking child.
Yeah.
So all of these overgrown toddlers that come in here that can't control their emotions, it's like, that's your problem, not mine.
Oh, I know. With age comes maturity and wisdom.
Not always. I mean, the some of the people that came up today have proven that. Look at Senate, look at Congress. Age and wisdom are not automatic.
Oh yeah, we won't even start in that. That's a whole other subject of conversation.
Yeah. Thank you for your purchase of your extra large dildo.
Oh, that's
someone that's
obviously craving attention, and someone else started talking for no reason. But it looks like, what is that? What is it? Your username?
Savage Moon. I had told you to boot the other one out here because they were saying something crazy.
Excellent, Savage Moon. Thank you for being here. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, man. Like, first off, I would like to say I'm a very open-minded person.
Excellent. I love that.
I'm open to anything. I like to learn people, but sometimes when it comes to things like this, I ask everybody the same question, and it's a very simple question. How do you think we came about to exist? Like, how were we made? Somebody had to make us.
Let me ask you this. I don't know how long have you been on this live?
41 years.
No, live, my live show today.
Oh, live. I thought you said live. Oh, I just came on like maybe a good 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay, so you see that I'm a fairly old guy. I'm 62, right? And
how old are you?
I've been 62, and I've been having this conversation. Excellent. I've been having this conversation for like 45 years. Do you think this is the first time someone asked me, where do you think we come from?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Here's the answer, and it's going to be very unsatisfying to you. I don't know.
That's not unsatisfying to me. Not at all.
Okay, good.
Not at all.
Good. So I appreciate that I was wrong about that. So, but my not knowing does not equal God.
No, but do you think we were meant to know everything, though?
No, or maybe
we were.
God
I don't
know.
Just
but
one of those things that we weren't meant to know, but yet we are built to try to understand him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and so in trying to understand something, one of the first things we try to figure out is if something is real or not. Like, because we can imagine a lot of things. Like, we can imagine dragons, we can imagine elves and garden gnomes, and we can imagine all sorts of stuff, but not everything we imagine is real, correct?
Yeah, you're right. But who's to say they aren't just because we never physically saw them, though?
But that's one of the standards, right? If there's never been a physical encounter, if there's never been any evidence of something's existence, I am not willing to say that thing is real. I'm not willing to say I know that thing is real. I'm saying in the absence of evidence, I must conclude that thing is not real.
Okay, so do you not think it's kind of crazy just to think that we just popped up out of nowhere? Like,
I didn't say we popped up out of nowhere.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because that goes back to me saying, who do you think made us?
You don't come to the truth.
Okay, these people that have no self-control are just amazing.
Yeah, I don't understand, bro. It's not just your panel. I join like anime panels.
This is everywhere.
It's somebody always doing it on people's panels, man.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. So getting back to your point, we have to start assessing reality somewhere, right? So we have to develop a methodology for trying to figure out what is real and what is not, right? So if you tell me I have a pet dragon, or if I tell you, let me put it on me. If I tell you I own a dragon and I have a dragon in my backyard, and every time you come over, you don't see a dragon, you're going to start asking me questions. Well, where is this dragon? You keep saying that you have a dragon, but I never see him when I'm here. And you go, and then I say, well, he only shows up at a certain time. And then you go, all right, well, I'm going to come back at that time then. And then if you come back at that time and there's no dragon, you're going to say, hey, I'm starting to think this dragon is bullshit. Right? And so again, I don't ever definitively say there is no God. I think that's an arrogant conclusion. But I can comfortably say I've never seen evidence of God. No one has presented evidence of God. That's where my thought process is.
Okay, so I think I might have an answer for that. How do you think you have the ability to sit up here and even have these conversations and thoughts with people? Who gave you the ability to do that?
I don't know that any
God
particular person.
That's God.
Again, the absent. You're doing the God of gaps argument, right? Where if there's not an answer, then you put God there, and that's fine. That's your right to do that. But I just don't do that.
So do you believe in science?
I do.
Okay, so when it comes to science, human biology, how do you think all this that's inside the human body came to be? I
don't know.
Exactly.
But so again, we're back. You're doing the same thing now. You've done it 3 times.
Okay,
so I understand your point because you've made your point 3 times. Hold on, hold on. I'm responding to what you just said.
Go ahead.
So you have now made the same point 3 times. You have basically asked me a question about origins, and each time I have said I don't know, and each time you say, well, that means God. That's your conclusion. That's not my conclusion.
Okay, so you don't believe in science if you don't believe in origins.
I didn't say I didn't believe in origins, man. Pay attention.
No, I'm telling you, you don't believe in science if you don't believe in origins.
I did not say excuse me. When did I say?
Don't get mad, my brother.
No, look, you're not going to run this live, man. Okay, so you're being obnoxious right now. Okay, so if you want to have a real conversation, we can have one. If you want to be a fucking asshole, we're not going to have a conversation. It's that simple.
I'm
It's
not
that
getting
simple.
aggravated or mad.
It's
You
not
don't have to
simple.
curse
There
me.
you go. See, you're being a child now. Don't curse at me. I said the word asshole, and now he says don't curse at me like a fucking child.
Like I said about live decorum.
They just, it's a simple thing, man. I am granting him his position, and he still wants to fucking he doesn't want to hear my position. He wants to tell me what my position is. I don't believe in science. Yes, I fucking do believe in science. You know why? Science proves shit.
Exactly.
Okay? Science shows evidence for shit. 5006G or whatever, 50,006G, you're not coming back up here because you're a fucking donut. Okay? So there's no reason for you to participate in a live show because you're just delusional and just talking out of turn and just being a fucking nuisance. So, you're a weirdo. Oh, hey, look at that hat. So it's simple, folks. It's there's a way. Look, he just keeps requesting up. Okay, so now I understand that you're a lunatic. So I'm definitely going to block you because I after I tell you that I'm not allowing you up and then you request up again, there's something wrong with you. Okay?
They do that to everybody.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Says the guy shaking people's trees. Yeah, they're the weirdos. Okay, Raheem, why don't you come up and tell me how I'm the weirdo or what even shaking people's trees means? Let's see. Oh, for some reason I can't invite you up. But if you want to request up, go ahead, Raheem.
Private, probably.
Yeah, that's okay. But they can request up. And we have Dax something or other. Oh, hold on. I have to try to, this app moves slow sometimes when I'm trying to invite people up. Okay, Dax the Schemer. Dax the Schemer. That's an interesting username. Loading. Dax the Schemer. How you doing today?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. What's on your mind?
So I just scrolling on the lives and
before we continue, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Excellent. Please continue.
All right. So I was just scrolling on these lives and I had seen yours and it says God is just in your imagination. I'd like to get a little more information on how you specifically think about that.
The only evidence I've seen of God is people saying that they believe in God. Otherwise, there's been no evidence. So I believe God is in your imagination.
Okay. So since you have kind of more of an understanding of that, do you believe also in chaos theory?
I mean, I've heard of chaos theory. It sounds somewhat reasonable.
I actually haven't done much research into chaos theory at all. I just more know of I've more studied like the golden ratio and like more of the order that
the
universe
Fibonacci
takes.
sequence that was stolen from the East Indians.
Well, it doesn't matter where it came from. It's still an idea and a concept of man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not dismissing the theory. I'm just pointing out the fact.
That
Fibonacci stole the theory that was named after him.
The golden ratio.
That's the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah,
is the golden ratio.
Okay. I wasn't really specifically talking about that, but yeah, that goes hand in hand.
You were. The
with
golden
order
ratio
of
is the
universe.
Fibonacci sequence. You said the golden ratio, so you are referring to the Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah, oh my God, y'all people don't listen. I need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, yeah, you do.
Damn, people.
Yeah, like this guy talks about the golden ratio. I say the actual name of it, and then he's telling me he's not talking about that. I mean, what the fuck?
God. Man, I'd be eating bottles of Tylenol. I can't put up with that.
Yeah,
The way
this
that's
doesn't
what I
affect
said, I
me at
can't
all.
do it.
This doesn't affect me at
Can't
all.
do
I
it.
just, you
I don't
know,
know. I don't have the patience.
So while I have you here, and while I have a few other women in the chat, since no one's requesting up right now, I have a question that has nothing to do with this. This is a coaching question, and it has to do with relationships. So I'm going to paint a very quick scenario, very simple, very easy. You are with someone. It's not a long relationship. It's not a short relationship. It's somewhere between 6 and 12 months, right? So it's reasonably established. And you love your partner, but your partner likes you. Is that okay?
What? What do you mean? What do you mean, like? You gotta like somebody to love them, for Christ's sake.
Okay. So you love them. You love your partner. Your partner likes you. Is that okay?
You mean he don't love me?
Right.
Yeah, it depends what you're in the relationship for.
Oh, I've actually, that's the first time someone's responded that way. So what do you mean by that?
Exactly what it sounds like. Are you in for a commitment, or are you in for
Okay. So let's say you're in for a commitment. You love him, he likes you.
Well, then you better accept the fact that you aren't going to get that commitment.
How do you know that?
What do you mean?
How do you know that you're not going to get the commitment?
Well, it depends how long you've been together, too, because you
No,
know,
I specified that.
people.
I specified that it's over 6 months, but under a year. So between 6 and 12 months. How do you know? How do you know after that short time that you're not going to get a commitment?
You really don't. I think it's a proven fact that a lot of marriages don't occur until like up to 5 years after the start of the relationship. So
exactly. See, you're a very reasonable person, because a lot of women get very emotional with this question, and they insist that if he doesn't, because here's the reason I asked that question, and you've proven that you're a humble woman, because the arrogant answer is, well, if he doesn't love me, then he's got to go. And I'm like, well, wait a second. Who told you who told you that just because you feel something, the other person has to feel that? Right? Who told you that you're doing what you need to do to be lovable? Because if you love him, right? If you love him, that means he's being lovable. If he likes you, that means you're being likable. That doesn't mean you can't be lovable. But why do people insist that the other person feels the same feeling at the same time that they do? That to me is arrogance.
that usually doesn't happen.
Right.
People are realistic about it. I lived with somebody for almost 6 years, and it took him like 5.5 to freaking give me a ring.
There you go. And you know, that whole ring thing was created by De Beers anyway. Do you know that before De Beers came around?
I heard.
Before De Beers came around, the way people got engaged was just, will you marry me? Yes. And that was it. That was the end. There was nothing exchanged. There were no engagement rings. So that's just marketing. But and then people are like, well, if the ring isn't big enough, he doesn't love you enough. Like all this nonsense.
That's horse shit.
Yeah, people ruin perfectly good relationships over nonsense,
over greed
and stupidity.
Yes.
But I think those people also didn't know why they were in the relationship. Like you were talking about, like, why are you in this? If you're in this for a ring, you don't have a real relationship.
Oh, I wasn't. I mean, we just had mutual admiration for each other,
and that's fine, and that's fine, and not everybody that comes into your life is meant to be there permanently.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't been on a date in over 4 years, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
You and me both.
Yeah, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I did a lot of banging, so I don't. I'm fine.
My past on a global live.
Yeah, but I have no problem saying that, and I understand why you wouldn't. But the fact is that I don't feel like relationships that didn't work out, including my 2 marriages, were failures. My first, and I divorced both of the women, which is unusual. Mostly women ask for divorces.
Really?
So I'm in the minority. Yeah, women generate at least 70% of divorces.
Wow.
Yeah, and when they're college educated, that jumps to 92%. But my first marriage produced my son, so I'll always be grateful to her and love her for my son. And my second marriage produced one of my best friends, who I communicate to my second ex-wife daily. We still, we're making plans for dinner in a couple of weeks, and it's not, and it's not, what people assume. Oh, you're going to bang your ex-wife. No, we haven't done that since 2013. So, it's just I love her. I just, don't want to be married to her.
I can understand that completely.
Yeah. And I have a bunch of exes, and they all contributed something to my life. Some of them scared the piss out of me because I ran away from them. But most of them had something to offer. It just wasn't permanent, and that's okay. There's no rules about this, but people behave as if there's rules. Well, after X amount of time, this has to happen. After X amount of time, that has to happen. And then if this doesn't happen,
it happens when it happens.
Exactly. Just like, it's amazing. I listen to women online who are in their 50s and 60s and now totally regretting the choices that they made. Because they had, in their 20s, they had guys that they met who loved them, who wanted to be with them, who would do everything for them, but they were like, well, I think I can do better. And then they tried, they tried for the golden ring, they missed, and now they're in their 50s and 60s, and it's done.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean you can't find someone at this age. I always found someone when I wanted someone, but it's just you missed the opportunity to be with someone that you could have been in an amazing relationship with over false pretenses, over wrong thinking. And I think that's sad. So let's see if, I don't even know if any women okay, learn my lesson a lot about love and ruined myself a few times. Being single is amazing. That's Jane Lewis Jane or Jane Lewis Jane. That's an interesting name. Jane, there you go. Ruined yourself a few times. I'd love to know what that means exactly. So Jane, if you want to come up, feel free. Anybody that wants to come up, feel free to talk about this or anything else. Let's see. Follower of Christ says, did the dinosaurs fly here from space? How did they get here? Answer the question. Answer the question. Just because, you know what, follower of Christ, just because you're a douchebag, I'm not going to answer the question.
Oh.
Sexy mama, your boy Troy, good boy, you need a bone to chew on, so you'll shut up. That's funny. Savage Moon says, who made evolution? I don't know.
Science.
D Hutchins 5 says, hey Yoda, keep talking about Creator God, thanks. Okay, whatever. Follower of Christ is back to which came first, the chicken or the egg? The rooster. Ba-doom boom. That's an old joke. Okay. The rooster came first, all over the chicken's face. All right, hold on a second.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Jane has accepted my invitation to come up. Excellent. So, Jane, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. Oh, my voice is already going. When you said you ruined yourself a few times, what you mean by that?
I meant I ruined myself by, oh my God. First of all, let me say I'm a little scared to be up here because there's like 91 people in this room.
That's all right. Most of them are idiots. Don't worry about
Ignore them.
Okay, so what I mean by I ruined myself was I pretty much thought that they were on the same wavelength as me, and I put myself in a position where I was like, yeah, you know, they love me. Like I love them. I know it. And never really even asking them. And if I did, well, when I did, it was something completely different. So my heart was broken.
I got you. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know if I would categorize that as ruining yourself, but what it sounds like is that you had an opportunity to learn a little bit about yourself and a little bit about making assumptions. And it's not like you're wrong to make assumptions, but when you make assumptions, sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right? And when you're wrong, it can be problematic, especially if you're assuming that someone feels the same as you. You know, like, especially like, here's something that women usually don't think of because they don't have to think about it. But it's something I like to give insight into the male-female dynamic because human beings act just about like every other mammal. Like most mammals behave the same way in the courting process. And that is the male has to prove himself to the female. And there's three ways that men do that, either through strength, either through capability, or either through beauty. In the case of a lion, it's all three. A male lion has a mane for only one reason, and that is to attract female lions. There's no functional reason for the lion's mane. It is only a thing of beauty so that he can attract women. But he also has to be capable. He has to show that he can manage the pride, the herd, right, of lions. I know it's called a pride for some reason, but and he also has to fight off anything that would hurt his group. So he has to show beauty, capability, and strength. And humans are very similar. And so in the beginning of a relationship, the man is doing all the work, right? He's doing all the work to say and do all the things to make you feel the way you need to feel so that you will love him. And what women don't realize is at that point, usually they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything for the man to love her, right? So my thing as I got older is like, yeah, I'll do the dance. I have no problem with the mating dance. I'm extremely good at it. I understand psychology. It's very, very easy for me to get in a woman's good graces. But then once I did that and she was into me, in my head, I was like, okay, your turn. You know, show me what you got. And some women never rose to the challenge. It was like, oh, I love you, so everything must be okay. It's half okay.
Right. Okay.
You know, and it takes humility to understand that and to say, okay, I love this guy, but that's because he's being lovable. Am I being lovable? Because if he likes you, you're being likable for sure, but you're not necessarily being lovable. And, you know, and there's an old saying that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? And the power that women have is that you are the one being sought after. You are being chased. You are being desired, right? That's how nature has set it up. And that can corrupt some women. And some women abuse that power and don't realize that this is a two-way equation. This is not just, oh, I love this guy, so everything is okay. No, it's I love this guy, and if I want to keep him, I need to be lovable also.
Absolutely. I guess it was more so me being what you said, like how you were with who you liked. I was like that with who I liked. And in the beginning, like they never really gave me anything. It was just like, oh, I like this person. He's showing an interest. So let me do something. And I guess when the honeymoon was over, then that's when that truth came out more so than anything, because it was like, well, dang, we've been doing all of this, and and then they're looking at me like, no, you've been doing all of this.
Right. So
So
you didn't know, and most people don't. This is not a fault of yours. This is just human nature. You didn't know that there were two sides to the equation. You were only considering your side of the equation.
absolutely.
And a lot of people do this. I've been coaching people for over 30 years now, and it really amazes me, and it has nothing to do with how smart people are, because I've spoken to incredibly smart people. It's a question of awareness, and sometimes people are just not aware of the entire equation. There's two people in this, and there's an old saying, it takes two to tango, but I added to that saying, it only takes one to end the dance. Okay? So just because you're having a great time, if you don't check in with your partner to make sure that they're having a good time, they might not be.
Yeah. It took a friend to tell me that, actually. It took a friend to tell me that, and he was like, that's good that you feel this way about me, but I'm letting you know how I feel about you. I don't feel as in debt. And I was like, looking at him like, dang, but I couldn't really look at him that way, because that is the way that he felt. And he was like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. Just chill.
And if you want someone to love you, ask yourself, am I being lovable? Am I doing the things that will, because the interesting thing about love, it's a very confusing emotion, and it's a very cheap emotion. Okay. Because it's everywhere. It's easy to acquire. Like, nobody says, I worked my way into love. I strived my way into love. I struggled my way into love. They say, I fell in love. Falling's easy. Okay. But because it's so easy to fall in love, they don't realize that it's a one-sided, like, if you love someone, they're not feeling that. You're feeling that. You're feeling love. It's directed towards someone else, but you don't realize it only resides in you, right? So if you want someone to love you, you have to go beyond what you're feeling and ask yourself, am I doing the things that will help this person fall in love with me? Because again, that's why most of the time women fall in love first. It's because the guys are out here, shucking and jiving, doing everything we can to make you love us. Some of us are doing it by deception. Some of us are doing it genuinely. I always chose to do it genuinely. I don't see the point in tricking someone into being with you, because that's a foundation that's going to collapse, But either way, if you love someone, don't assume they love you, because you might not be doing the things that will make that person love you. And sometimes, no matter what you do, they're not going to love you. But before we continue, we have, is it Sheep something? Sheen Philly?
Yeah.
Sheen Philly, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there.
Excellent. What's on your mind today?
Well, you said that I was going by what your prompt said. It said God is our imagination. So my thing to you is, okay, can you prove that God is our imagination?
Well, I don't have to, actually, because my conclusion is based on a lack of evidence. So you can't prove nothing. So all I can say is, the only evidence I've ever seen of God is people saying I believe in God, but outside of that, there's been no evidence that God exists. So I'm not saying God doesn't exist. I'm saying the only place God exists seems to be in people's imagination.
So you're going to judge, you're going to basically put people's problems as far as what people do and blame God for it?
I didn't say anything even remotely approaching that.
Well, when you say that God is just our imagination, you have to have proof that it's an imagination.
No, I don't.
What if you're wrong?
No, I don't. I don't have to have proof of anything. You can't prove a negative.
Then how can you claim something that you don't have proof for?
You can't prove something exists. I've already explained it, and it just seems that you don't have the facility to understand my explanation.
The facility, okay.
Yeah.
Is that an insult?
No, it's an observation.
It felt like it was.
Bye. Okay. So, Sky Daddy, how you doing? Welcome back.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but can I say something about what he was saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Religion is a belief system. Either you believe it or you don't, and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, and by the way, we haven't even gotten to religion yet. This is just one idea about
God. is religion, so that's what I'm saying.
I don't
believe or you don't.
Yeah, and I don't see. You might be right, but I separate the believer from the institution, right? Because the institution is fucking horrible, and they have a completely different agenda than the believer does.
Verify that.
You know.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like the other young lady left. Thank you so much for being up here. It was a great conversation. Sky Daddy, what's up, man? Welcome back.
Wow, I was actually kind of sad that guy left. I actually wanted to ask him some questions. How he
it wasn't going to go anywhere because he didn't even understand. He didn't even understand the most basic answer that I gave. So, you know, that conversation was stillborn.
Oh, some more people.
Yeah, but what's on your mind, man?
Actually, I was actually coming up here not to really debate with you. I think you and I are on the same part. I guess when I saw that guy going, I was just going to come in here calmly and ask questions, how they got there, and why, and what.
But the thing is
you
that
want me to.
You can hang out and maybe you'll have the opportunity to chat with these other folks. But the thing is that this is an assumption that I'm making. I don't know him well enough to say this, but just based on his instability, he doesn't even know why he believes what he believes.
I agree.
Chances are this is just how he was raised. And I mean, because think about it. There's literally no reason for anyone to get upset with my prompt. If it disagrees with your worldview, okay, why are you upset? There's no reason for that. Only children get upset when you say something that they don't like. Like you ever see a 5-year-old walk up to another 5-year-old and say, "My daddy's stronger than your daddy." That 5-year-old's going to lose their shit. They go, "Don't you say that about my daddy? My daddy's stronger than your daddy. Your daddy's a poopy head." Right? Because they don't have the maturity to understand that not everybody thinks the same. So if you're an adult and you're upset by my prompt, you're a fucking child. Okay?
Absolutely.
You can disagree with it, but there's no reason to come up here upset. That's childish. But anyway, let's say hello to a couple people. We have, is it Smart something?
Yes. Yes, it is.
What say your username, please? Smart. Oh, okay. There's a bunch of other squiggly stuff around that I couldn't see exactly. How are you doing today, Smart?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Excellent. What's on your mind?
God is a figment of their imagination.
Say that again?
God isn't just a figment of their imagination.
Okay.
Can you prove that?
No, I'm not a believer of God at all. I just don't believe God is real. Yeah,
okay, so I think we misheard you because it sounded like you said God isn't just a figment of your imagination.
No, God is a figment of their imagination.
Gotcha. Okay, so hold that thought. JTD, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am excellent. What's on your mind today?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you can substantiate the proposition here that God is just your imagination.
Absolutely. The only place I've ever seen God, evidence of God, is people saying, I believe in God. Outside of that, I've seen absolutely no evidence for it. So I have concluded that God exists only in people's imagination.
So just because you haven't seen any evidence,
That's
does
correct. That's
that
how
make
evidence.
it
That's how
objectively
evidence
true?
works. No,
Does
what
it make it
it mean?
objectively true
No,
that
it
it's just
doesn't.
their imagination because
No,
you
it doesn't.
yourself haven't seen that
Okay,
evidence?
how many times do I have to say no before you'll finish your fucking question?
Whoa, you're getting mad. You're getting
No,
big, man. Just calm down.
I'm getting.
I'm just
Don't fucking tell me to calm down because see what happens? You just disappear. Look at that.
I
Look at
love
that.
that
It
for
don't
you,
take
Yoddah.
much for people to crash out, does it?
Fucking hell,
See, this
man.
is the thing. If I may say something before
Go
you
ahead.
introduce the next person,
Go ahead. Go ahead, smart.
if God is actually real, then God would be a rapist because he had a child with a child, right?
Well, that there is some gray area to that because there was no physical interaction. However, he still
Right.
did put a human being in another human
Inside
being
it.
without her consent. So there's something
Exactly.
wrong in that interaction. But
Exactly.
that's the God of the Bible. But let's move on to spiritual. What's the rest of that? Hold on. Spiritual. I can't
It's a
see.
spiritual shorty, but you could call me
Okay.
Rihanna. That's my name.
What was your name?
Rihanna.
Rayhana. Very lovely name.
Yeah,
How are you
thank
today?
you. I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking. What's on your mind?
I came up to say I've been watching you live for a while, and I grew up in the Middle East. So I live in England now, but I grew up in the Middle East, and my family were all Muslim. And you really helped my father deconstruct from religion. And it was something that I've been trying to do for years, and you managed to do in a few months. So I just wanted to say thank you
I did that.
because, yes,
Wow.
yeah, he started
Oh,
watching you.
wow.
And then
That
he
is very
deconstructed.
touching. I love that. So,
Yeah.
what is your father's name?
My father's name is Jamal.
Jamal. Is that a part of his screen name as well? Because I do remember a
Oh,
Jamal
no,
that came
no.
up here.
No, he's not on
Okay.
TikTok, so he watched it all through my lives.
Oh,
Oh,
And a lot of the
oh,
times
wow.
I'd show it to him. And basically there was an honor unaliving in my family due
oh,
to
wow.
religion. And
Oh,
for the
Wow.
longest time he justified it. And it was through you when I started to show him your lives that he was like, yeah, I really think this is the lie. And I remember the first time he said it, I was in shock because my dad's 72. So like he's just been deconstructing for a year. So the past few months, you really hit the nail on the head for him about God not being real and how these books are not to be taken literally.
Mm-hmm.
That they were written by man. And it's just changed the whole dynamic between me and him.
wow.
So wanted to say thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I have goosebumps and
Re-
I'm on the verge of crying.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
By the way, I just wanted to
Go ahead.
bring in there, I kind of relate to her story, not for myself. My good friend, Akman, he grew up in a Muslim family and they unalived his sister due to an honor situation.
Yeah.
And
Oh boy.
that has affected him. And that's been 30 years ago and it still affects him
Of
today.
course, what a horrible thing.
Wow.
That's something you never get over. But here's the thing. Let me tell you a little bit about me very briefly. The greatest joy in my life is when I can help someone. That's why I'm a coach. And that's why I've almost never made money as a coach, is because I mostly do it for free. I know that's a terrible thing to say to market myself, but that's the reality of it. And I love it when I get feedback like I just got. It's very touching to me because that means that I have affected somebody else's life in a positive way, and that's a beautiful thing. So please tell your father that I appreciate that he was open-minded enough to listen to the things that I had to say, and I am glad that it helped him in any way.
Well, we're both more grateful for you because I remember I didn't speak to my dad for years because he agreed with this honor unaliving. He'd always justify it
Right.
based on, scripture and things that are written in the Quran. And it was
Yeah.
through you that I can now kind of talk to him now on a normal level, and I wouldn't have that if it wasn't for you. So I'm going to drop, but I just wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you.
And I appreciate you. Thank you so
Have a
much.
good day,
I'm gonna let you
Ramona.
go
Thanks so
too,
much.
okay?
All right. Hey, Mary, thank you so much for being here. You're a riot. I love your energy, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye. And we have someone new that came up. Thank you for your patience.
Nah, man, you had me up here before. You good?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Savage
Yeah.
Moon. Yeah. What's going on? How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. I don't want you to get aggravated at what I'm saying because I'm a respectful dude. You know what I'm saying?
I never get aggravated at respectful people.
Okay, so earlier when I told you about the you don't believe in science thing, I feel like, not saying that you did, I'm gonna say I felt like you did because you went to the route of cursing. We can have good conversations without cursing. I don't have to be a child to say you don't have to curse, be man to man. Like on some man stuff, we can talk.
The thing is that if you take issue with adult language, then chances are you might not be an adult.
No, it ain't the adult language. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, and I didn't curse at you. I cursed. There's a difference. Okay. So if you're offended by certain words because you've decided that those words are bad, that's childish thinking.
No, I wasn't offended. I've been smiling and
so why'd you bring it up? Why'd you bring it up?
Because it's been happening since you booted me off the panel. Every time somebody says something you don't like, you get mad and you curse and you boot them off.
So what? So basically, what you came up to tell me is that you don't like how I run my live, and if you don't like how I run my live, then feel free to go fuck off.
Oh my God. I wanted to ask him a question. I want to know why that affected his mind, because he's the one entertaining the problem.
It's childish. Look, here's the beauty of entertainment is that you don't have to ingest it if you don't want to. Here's the beauty of anything in life that you don't like. Move the fuck on to something else. I'm not here to perform the way you need me to perform. I'm here to share my ideas in the way that I share them. I don't give a fuck about anyone's opinion about how I do it. The only people's opinions who I care about are the people who love me and have my best interests in heart. If you're not one of those people, you're out of fucking luck. I don't care. I just don't.
And really, why are people telling people how to have a conversation?
Yeah. You're cursing. Who gives a fuck? I'm an adult man. I curse because I feel like cursing. And all of the things that people say, oh, it means a limited vocabulary. Oh, it means low intelligence. It literally means the opposite. Okay, there have been studies and studies and studies that prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that people who curse have an excellent vocabulary and they tend to be above average intelligence.
Oh,
and they also tend to regulate their emotions more effectively.
Oh, trust me, I know.
I see him out there, and if you are listening right now, if the host told me, Dan, you are fucking wrong about that, I don't care if he says it. I might be fucking wrong about it. That's something I need to do.
And that's not cursing at you, right? That's a difference.
Exactly.
That's cursing rather than cursing at you. There's a different thing. And Savage Moon, just so you know, I'm not bringing you back up here. It's useless to talk to you. Okay?
No. I want to ask him something. No,
then go find him after this and talk to him while you're live.
All right, that's cool.
All right, we've got two more people coming up. We've got Aaron. Just kidding. Everybody says that now. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing good. About yourself?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. We also have Papa Todd.
Yep.
How you doing today?
Doing good.
Excellent. Aaron, so what's on your mind?
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of get your background as far as your belief system in God. So you don't believe in God at all? You're full-blown atheist?
I don't know what full-blown atheist means, but what I can say is very simple. My prompt is God is just your imagination, because the only place that I have ever seen evidence of God is in people saying they believe in God. I have never seen any other evidence outside of that. So that leads me to conclude that God is just imagination.
Okay. So have you experienced demonic encounters, ghosts, haunted houses, things of that nature?
I mean, a few ex-girlfriends, but other than that, no. What does that have to what does that have to do with anything?
Because I just want to know where you feel like those entities come from.
What entities?
What? Yeah, what? What are you talking about?
Like ghosts, demons.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Exorcisms.
Casper, the friendly ghost.
I think the problem you're not understanding. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Aaron, what experience do you have with ghosts?
Well, possessed people.
That's not what a ghost is.
Well, ghost inhabits a person. Some interpret that as a demon or whatever it is. But
okay, so what's your experience with that?
Well, just being in the Appalachian Mountains and experience.
That's a bad place for a black man, but all right.
Yeah, man, we hightailed out of there, but
so you were in the Appalachian Mountains and you encountered someone who was possessed, essentially.
I think it was someone possessed. But
gotcha. Yeah, the likelihood is that person was on CRACK, because a lot of people act possessed when they're on that. But before we continue, let's go back to Papa Todd. How you doing today, Papa Todd? Oh, I asked you that already. You said you were doing okay. Let's see. You'll have to unmute yourself. What's on your mind? What's on your mind today?
Oh, not much. I just wanted to check in and let you know how much I appreciate your lives and your content. And me and my wife are fresh in letting go of this and thinking for ourselves for once. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Interesting. So now, what denomination of religion are you, or were you involved in?
Oh, just Jesus.
Gotcha. So Catholic, Christian?
Christian.
Okay. And so, and just how old are you?
Oh, I'm 58.
Gotcha. So how recently did you decide that it was all nonsense?
2 months ago.
Wow. So you're brand new. So what led you to the conclusion that it was nonsense?
Someone turned me, I started having doubts, just weird things, weird thoughts, different, like this just doesn't line up. And then I looked into Baruch Spinoza and started reading his stuff. And I want to let you know that, Ethics is a real interesting book. And then I started comparing the Bible with what he was saying. And I'm like, how come I never saw that?
Yeah, and that's an excellent question, and it does have a specific answer, and it doesn't apply to you; it applies to everyone.
Yes,
I've been in sales since 1984. I've made my living almost entirely from learning how to communicate to people. Yeah. And that involved learning psychology. So I've learned a lot about people. I've been coaching people for over 30 years.
I'm a counselor myself.
There you go. Yeah. So you'll understand this. People are highly impressionable.
Yes.
Highly impressionable. If you don't think so, why does advertising exist? Okay. That people are easy to lead. And and the Catholic Church happens to be very good at marketing.
Oh boy.
Because what they do is they put a guy in front of a room with a beautiful dress on, and that guy says, we're going to read a story about God's love, right? So he has already primed the pump. He has already created the scenario that you're going to step into. Oh, there's a story about God's love. Okay, I'm listening. And then he goes, let me tell you about the story of Job, where God allowed the devil to torture his most faithful servant on a bet.
Yep.
And then at the end, oh, but Jove still loves him. So isn't that a beautiful story of love? And people go, yeah, that's a beautiful story of God's love.
Right.
And I go, that's a fucked up story.
Right.
All right. Because I didn't have the rose-colored glasses on going in.
Well, I had desperation too.
Right. And that's a big part of why religion succeeds, is because people are afraid of the end of their life.
Right.
And they prey on that. You know, it's a very typical thing that fuels all religious tomes and practices, is that they want you to be afraid. Why do you think people say God fearing? Right. God fearing. Why that phrase always bothered me, even as a child. What do you mean God fearing? Why do I have to be afraid? If you're the omnificent, thank you, omnificent being of the universe, why do you need anything from me?
Right.
Why do you need my devotion? Why do you need my love? And more importantly, why do you need my fear? That doesn't sound omnipotent to me.
Right.
But anyway, before we continue, Rob has joined us. How you doing, Rob?
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. What's on your mind?
Yeah, so you're a coach at Life? Is that what you're...
I did not say life coach. I just said coach. I don't believe in the concept of life coach. I think that's arrogant to call yourself a life coach. I am an emotional management coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can manage my emotions. And I'm a God-fearing Christian, but I've divorced in every relationship I've been in.
Oh, so you know what? I have bad news for you. I have bad news for you, Rob. We have to stone you. Now that you've admitted you're divorced, we have to stone you, because that's what the Bible says. That sucks. You seem like a nice guy, but I got to do it. That's the fucking rules, man.
I'm gathering the rocks.
Well, I've been stoned many times. And but I'm telling you, the way it is after you're divorced, in my life experience, is women will live off you. If she's hot enough to even be with me, she's going to end up cheating on me with a younger, better looking dude anyway. And so now I've just resorted to, if I can get her out of her clothes, I'm going to nut in her hair and kick her out of my house.
Well, I gotta say, Rob, it sounds like you have a plan for your life, and I love that. But this is a weird conversation, dude.
Well, I'm just bringing my opinion, my
diary?
views, and philosophies, and if you thought like me, you'd be better for it.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
Let's all try to be like Rob. Take care, buddy. All right. Wow.
That was weird.
Okay. So yeah, it's when you study propaganda, and again, I'll give you a brief history of it. There was a guy named Edward Bernays, and Edward Bernays became famous in the 1920s for two reasons. One, he studied behavior modification, which he called public relations, or reputation management. That's what it was first called. Two, he was Sigmund Freud's nephew. So as Sigmund Freud's nephew, he was an instant celebrity. The family was legendary in that field, right? He was so famous that back in the 80s, David Letterman had him on his show, because what Edward Bernays learned was that human beings have a weakness. It's kind of a brain hack, because you don't have to read any articles about propaganda. Here's what it is. I will lie to you until you believe me. That's what propaganda is. I will tell you, I'm going to lie. Everything I'm about to tell you is a lie. This, and this. And you're going to go, well, why are you lying? And then I'm going to just keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it. That's why you don't see an ad once. You see an ad 10,000 times. Right? That's why they create jingles to hack your brain. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Right? Our minds have a weakness in that repetition confers reality. And once he learned that, unfortunately, there were 3 people listening in the 20s that used the radio, which was the mass communication tool of the day, to great effect. Those 3 people were Stalin, Mussolini, and Schmittler. Okay, they took his ideas of behavior modification and turned it into propaganda. And the sad truth of it is propaganda works almost always. It's not a question of if it's going to work, it's how much is it going to work. Like, we see people who elected a con man in 2016, watched him ruin the economy, and then after he left office, we're like, oh, we need him back. That's how powerful propaganda is.
Absolutely.
And
Couldn't
for you
agree
dumb
more.
voters out there, sorry, it is what it is.
So I got time to make the donuts, so I'm going to get off. Appreciate talking with you. Hope to do it again, and when I have more time.
Excellent, man. Thank you for coming up. I'm glad that you got out of the Matrix.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, so
I was going to add some.
Go ahead. We can
No,
wrap
go
it
ahead.
up.
I was going to add something.
Yeah, we're gonna have final thoughts now, only because my voice is already giving out and I'm going live again tonight. So let's start with Sky Daddy. What are your final thoughts? Sky Daddy, you still there? I guess not. Okay, let's go with Smart.
Your live froze.
It did? Oh, I still see myself. Hold on. I see myself everywhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear everybody.
Okay.
So even if it froze, go ahead, Smart. What are your final thoughts for the day?
My final thoughts are everybody needs to have critical thinking skills. Everybody needs to read the Bible fully to understand what they're listening to, because there are many contradictions in the Bible, and that's where they get you. So.
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read a section of the Bible in a moment. Go ahead, Aaron. What are your final thoughts for the day?
My final thoughts is for people to check out a famous read by 2 authors named Frank Barrow and John Tipler that wrote the Anthropic Cosmological Principle. They were 2 atheist guys, and they won an award proving that the universe does have a creator. But it's good info.
Okay, cool. Were they scientists or just authors, or?
They were 2 scientists, but
2 scientists.
Instead of saying like, we don't believe in a religious God, they believe it's like a high-powered alien or cosmological being, as they put
interesting.
it.
Sounds interesting. Great. Sounds like a good recommendation. Thank you for being here. All right, so my voice is already shitting the bed, but I do want to read 11 sections of Judges 11. The first 29 sections are just fluff, so I want to read 11 sections because it's the full context from start to finish, right? Because sometimes people tell me, oh, you're reading that out of context. No, I'm not. And this is, of course, the King James Version. It's the only one that I usually consult because it's the most popular one. So this is picking up at Judges 11:30. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord, and said, If thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into mine hands, then it shall be that whosoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. Okay? What he's saying is, when I come home from this battle, whatever walks out of my house first, I'm going to sacrifice to you. Okay? So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. And he smote them from Aror, even till thou come to Minnith, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. And Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances. And she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. Forasmuch as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the children of Ammon. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains, and bewail my virginity. And I and my fellows. That's kind of sus, but all right. And he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months, and she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. That's a funny idea. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed, and she knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel. And finally, and it was a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah the Gileadite 4 days in a year. That's your God. This guy vows for some strange reason, hey, whatever comes out of the door of my house when I come home after battle, I'm going to slaughter for God. And God doesn't say, hey, Jephthah, that's a little extreme, man. What if it's like someone that you care about? God says, yeah, sure, go ahead, do it. Or at least doesn't intervene and object. That's God for you. The Bible sucks. There is no morality in the Bible. There's only amorality and horror and hatred and judgment and bigotry and slavery and grape and schmurder. That's what's in the Bible. And a few other things. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. I'm here Monday through Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, I go up at noon, and usually it's to talk about this. All right. Thank you all for your time, your attention. Thank you for the young lady who came up and told me that story about her father. That is absolutely beautiful and very touching that I could affect someone's life in that way, in a positive way. I'm going to clip that for myself so I can watch it over and over again and help build up my self-esteem. Anyway, folks, until we meet again, peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.